Welcome to tonight's District 32 6A baseball game between two teams that are battling right now for second place in the district, both teams with a 5-1 record. The visitors from Brownsville Rivera and the homestanding Weslaco Panthers. We are coming to you from the campus of Weslaco High School. This is John Boswell along with the cameraman Vinny Berry on K-West. And let's look at tonight's lineup for the Weslaco Panthers. Playing shortstop, leading off, Axel Camarena. In center field, Matt Calderon. Playing third base tonight, Raul Camarena. Behind the plate, Luis Longoria. Out in right field, Rico Avila. Tonight, DH is Jacob Cavazos. Playing first base, Seth Sanchez. Out in left field, Evan Margot. Playing second base, Brian Diaz. And the pitcher, number 12, Jonathan Castillo. Brownsville Rivera will bat in this order. Leading off for Rivera, their shortstop, number 7, Mike Gomez. Batting second, playing third base, number 17, Diego Gonzalez. And batting third, number 21, second baseman, Omar Rodriguez. Cleanup hitter is the pitcher, number 88, Danny Alviar. Playing first base, number 3, Jose Hernandez. Out in center field, number 9, Raul Gonzalez. Playing left field, 25, Raul Rosales. The catcher, number 4, Ricky Ibarra. And out in right field, number 99, Alan Eguia. And the first batter for Brownsville Rivera will be Mike Gomez. Welcome everyone back from their Easter and weather day break. The temperature is 85 degrees. The wind is out of the south, 6 miles an hour. So there's kind of a breeze. I wouldn't call it much of a wind. And stepping in, number 7, Mike Gomez.
Leading off for the Raiders, Mike Gomez.
As I mentioned earlier, both teams are 5-1 in district. These two teams will play tonight. And first pitch is a ball. And they will match up again on Friday in Brownsville. So this series is very important here. And that ball's outside for ball 2. So Jonathan Castillo again pitching for the Panthers. Jacob Cavasso is batting in his stead. And outside for ball 3, number 12, Jonathan Castillo. Behind the plate once again, number 10, Luis Longoria. And he walked him on 4 pitches, so to start off the ball game, put the first batter on. And coming to bat, third baseman, number 17, Diego Gonzalez. Runner at first, no outs. Kind of an overcast day, chance of weather, I understand, the next day or so. But right now, it's a pretty nice night for baseball. And that pitch inside called strike 1 to Diego Gonzalez. Mike Gomez over at first base. And he showed bunt. And I actually thought that pitch was better than the last one, but the count will go 1-1. Oh. Did he get him? He kind of gave two signals there, but the runner is staying on base, and here comes Coach Eddie Serna to ask him about it. What a move over there by Jonathan Castillo. Excuse me. I thought he started to call him safe and then punched him. I'm not sure if that was his move to call timeout after he called him safe. I'm kind of dumbfounded here, but it's still 1 ball, 1 strike, and a runner at first. I think the runner and the whole Rivera team will know can't get too far away. Great move there by Jonathan Castillo. Pitch. Pop straight back to us. Over the press box. And that'll be strike 2.
Please return all foul balls to the playing field or to the press box.
And it looks like there's a chance of rain tonight through tomorrow morning. Jumps up to about 40-50% in the early morning hours. 5 a.m. as high as 65% chance of rain. So the weather could be changing, but it looks like it'll stay fine during the game. Popped up over towards right field. And Rico Avila out there comes down with it, and it's 1 away. Stepping in will be number 21, second baseman Omar Rodriguez.
Now batting for the Raiders, Omar Rodriguez.
So open the ball game with a 4-pitch walk. Comes back, gets ahead of the batter, gets him to pop out to shallow right field. 1 away, runner at first base. Nice curveball for strike 1. And the 1-strike pitch. And Longoria was trying to get that outside. Expected maybe the runner to go on that. And the batter did a nice job of protecting and swat that away. But it's 2 strikes on Omar Rodriguez. I've had coaches tell me that they felt like this Brownsville Rivera team was a very good baseball team. 3 batters in, it's hard to tell so far. And that one is there. And they got him. Nice throw by Louie Longoria. Nice job down at second base by Brian Diaz. And it's 2 away. Two away, 2 strikes, 1 ball to Omar Rodriguez. That tells you something right there. The Rivera coaching staff felt like they needed to be aggressive. In a way, took the bat out of the hands of their number 3 hole hitter. That ball's outside in the dirt, 2-2. I might have been more inclined to maybe bunt the runner over to second than have him steal and get caught. I mean, all you had to do is be aware that the Panthers tried to pitch out the pitch before that. So they kind of knew what you were doing. But that's the beauty of baseball. It's a constant chess match with live pieces. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Longoria moves way outside. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And it looked like for a minute that Jonathan Castillo may be working his way into a problem, but he finds the strike zone and a great job defensively behind him. And after half an inning, the Weslaco Panthers will come to bat in the bottom half in just a minute on K-West. Okay, we're back at Weslaco High School. Bottom of the first inning, Brownsville Rivera went down kind of a backwards 1-2-3. Jonathan Castillo walks the first batter. The second batter pops out to right field. The first batter caught stealing by a great throw from Luis Longoria and strikes out batter number 3, leadoff hitter for the Panthers. Number 24, the shortstop Axel Camarena steps in. Here in the bottom of the first inning, pitching for Rivera, Danny Alvier, number 88. They have an 88 and a 99, not real common baseball numbers. You see them in spring training when they're working with a 40-man roster, but you don't see them much at this level. But the way this pitcher is built, 88 is a perfect number for him. And the first pitch called strike 1. We were watching him warm up between innings, and he was having a rough time finding the zone. Well, he found the zone on the first real pitch. And he's got a little bit of a curveball, but that's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, shortstop Axel Camarena. On deck, number 11, center fielder Matt Calderon. And a swing. And it's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach John Boswell, Vinny Berry coming to you on K-West tonight. And that ball's hit to the second baseman. Oh, he almost took that too easy at first base. Caused Jose Hernandez to do the full splits. But Axel Camarena grounds out, and it's 1 away. Very nonchalant by Omar Rodriguez from Brownsville Rivera out there at second base.
Now batting for the Panthers, the center fielder, Matt Calderon.
On deck, number 8, Raul Camarena. He's playing third base tonight, but right now, facing Alvier is Matt Calderon. And called strike 1. And that one's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes to Matt Calderon. And that one's fouled away. Breaking ball started in the zone. Nice bit of batsmanship by Matt Calderon just to get the head of the bat on that and fouled it out away. And it's still no balls, 2 strikes. And a high curve ball. Ball 1. Ooh. Curveball comes in high again. It's 2-2. Center fielder Matt Calderon. Timeout called. Ball hit to the shortstop. Got a clean bounce. Throw to first, and it's 2 away. So first 2 batters ground out for the Panthers. Stepping in, third baseman, number 8, Raul Camarena.
Now batting for the Panthers, the third baseman, Raul Camarena.
And all 3 batters' first pitch from Olivier have been called strikes. So his difficulty he had between innings, he solved from pitch number 1. One strike pitch, fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Both teams 5-1 in district. 4 teams will move on into the playoffs. Currently tied for second place behind the Los Fresnos Falcons, who are 6-0. And a swing and miss for strike 3. So 3 up and 3 down. The score stands 0-0. Inning number 2 will follow here on K-West. Stepping in to bat here in the top of the second inning for Brownsville Rivera, the Raiders pitcher, number 88, Danny Alviar.
Leading off for the Raiders, Danny Alvear.
And the pitch from Castillo. Curveball fouled away. 1 strike. Tells you something about a player that's the pitcher and the cleanup hitter. Must mean he's a pretty good ball player. Little low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like there's action over on the softball field tonight. Yeah, they should be playing Brownsville Hannah tonight. And that ball hit into center field. Calderon does a great job. Matt Calderon out there patrolling center field. Great job. It's 1 away. The batter, the first baseman, number 3, Jose Hernandez, will step in for Brownsville Rivera.
Now batting for the Raiders, Jose Hernandez.
So Brownsville Hannah over at the softball field and Brownsville Rivera here at the baseball field. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and called ball 1. And a swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan Castillo pulls the string on that one. Wind looks like it may be picking up a little bit. And that pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the wind remains at 6 miles an hour. Humidity 60%. Sunset scheduled for 7:49. It is currently 7 o'clock. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, Jose Hernandez. And that ball's fouled over the Panther dugout, and we have a full count. Jonathan Castillo on the mound for the Panthers. Full count to Jose Hernandez. And that one's hit out into left field. Evan Margot gets under that ball, and it's 2 away. The next batter, number 9, center fielder Raul Gonzalez.
Batting for the Raiders, the center fielder, Raul Gonzalez.
Ball hit towards shortstop. Has to make a play. Does not. Runner holds at first base. And have to go to an error on the shortstop. And that puts a runner on base with 2 outs. The left fielder, number 25, Raul Gonzalez, will step up to bat. 2 outs, runner at first. Oh, yeah, he moved to second on the pass ball. Yep, it must have went to the dugout or interference on the first baseman, they're saying. So reaches on an error, takes second on the interference call. So there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Center fielder Raul Gonzalez. Raul Rosales. Gonzalez. Back-to-back Raul's batting there. And that ball's hit over towards second base. And Brian Diaz gets under that ball. And disaster is averted. And the Brownsville Rivera Raiders go down after a small threat there in the second half of that half inning. And the Panthers will come up to bat in the bottom of the second right here on K-West. Still no score here at the baseball field on the campus of Weslaco High School. Stepping in here in the bottom of the second inning, the catcher, number 10. Luis Longoria steps in. He will face number 88, Danny Alviar from Brownsville Rivera. And there's no score. And that ball's fouled away. The record would tell you they're 2 very evenly matched teams, both being 5-1 in district. Longoria had a great throw in the first inning, catching a runner going to second base. His first at bat. And that curveball's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for Weslaco, number 5, Rico Avila. And that's high. Ball 2. Wow, that was a nice pitch, but it's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike to Louie Longoria. And full count after that called strike. And that ball's popped up, foul. Count remains full. And a swing and a miss. For strike 3, it's 1 away here in the bottom of the second. That's the second strikeout recorded by the Rivera Raider pitcher. And your batter, your right fielder, number 5, Rico Avila, steps in. On deck, number 2, the DH, Jacob Cavazos. That ball's hit up high. Is it going to stay in play? It is, and the first baseman does a great job. And Rico Avila flies out to the first baseman near the dugout. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning, the batter, number 2, the DH, Jacob Cavazos. On deck, number 23, Seth Sanchez. I believe this Thursday and Saturday, the district track and field meet will take place in San Benito. Of course, we'll have the baseball and softball back on schedule on Friday. And that ball's fouled back. Coaches do that because there are baseball and softball athletes that are participating in track. So they're able to do it all. I'm not sure the K-West schedule on Friday. I do know Weslaco baseball will be in Brownsville. Not sure where we'll be. We'll be somewhere Friday. And that ball's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. And it's 2 away. The Rivera pitcher went 3 up, 3 down the first inning. And that curveball just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that curveball high got away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jacob Cavazos. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Two pitch. And a swing and a miss for the 3rd strikeout of the game recorded by Brownsville Rivera. And after 2 complete innings, the score still stands 0-0. Rivera will be at bat with their number 8 and 9 hitter when we come back for inning number 3. Top of inning number 3 here at Weslaco High School. The catcher for Brownsville Rivera, number 4, Ricky Ibarra, steps in to bat.
Leading off for the Raiders, Ricky Ibarra.
He will face number 12, Jonathan Castillo, the pitcher for Weslaco. Behind the plate for Weslaco is number 10, Luis Longoria. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss to Ricky Ibarra. On deck, number 99, Alan Eguia. That ball's popped foul. Out of play, no balls, 2 strikes. After 99, Eguia bats will be back at the top of the order for Rivera. They have sent to the plate in 2 innings 7 batters. The minimum would be 6. And that ball's grounded towards shortstop. Camarena picks it up across the diamond to Sanchez, and it's 1 away. And the batter, again, the right fielder, number 99, Alan Eguia.
Now batting for the Raiders, Alan Eguia.
Wind seems to be maybe picking up a little bit. Yes, it has. It's up all the way up to 7 miles an hour from 6. Eguia, the 9-hole hitter here. And nice curveball for strike 1. Number 99 playing right field, which position number is 9, batting 9th. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. On deck, number 7, Mike Gomez, leadoff hitter. And a called strike 3. The second strikeout of the game recorded by Jonathan Castillo. And number 7, Mike Gomez, steps in. He walked on his first at bat and was caught stealing.
Now batting for the Raiders, Mike Gomez.
2 away, nobody on. And that ball's fouled out of play. Over on the right side is strike 1. Scheduled to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Weslaco, Seth Sanchez, Evan Margot, and Brian Diaz. Panthers have only sent 6 batters to the plate. 3 up, 3 down in both innings. Oh, and that ball curved in and got him. Leadoff hitters don't always have the highest average, but they usually have a high on-base percentage. Mike Gomez has been out there twice, walked, and was hit by a pitch.
Now batting for the Raiders, Diego Gonzalez.
Thought you might show off your arm a little bit. Number 17, Diego Gonzalez, steps in to bat. His first at bat, he flies out to shallow right field. Down at first base, Mike Gomez. Again, he was caught stealing second in his first at bat. That ball's hit hard up the middle. Going to be a single. And they hold him at second. So the first hit of the ball game is recorded by Diego Gonzalez. And the batter, number 21, Omar Rodriguez. He struck out in this first at bat. Runners at first and second, 2 away.
Batting for the Raiders, Omar Rodriguez.
And he steals, but he has to go back. The ball's fouled away. So the one-strike pitch. And that curveball hit towards the shortstop. He touches second base. And that's the end of the top of the third. Rivera does not score. The Panthers will come up in the bottom of the third, looking to put one on the board here on K-West. So there's no score here in the bottom of the third inning. Coach John Boswell and Vinny Berry bring you District 32 6A baseball action. The Weslaco Panther first baseman, number 23, Seth Sanchez steps in. This will be his first at-bat. And he faces number 88, Danny Alvier. Catching for Rivera, Ricky Ibarra. And that ball's fouled away the right side. This pitcher has a little movement on his ball. Plays around with a little bit of a curveball. And right now the Panthers are trying to solve this mystery of Danny Alvier. And a swing and a miss, strike two. And 2 innings out of 6 outs. 3 of those have been strikeouts, 1 fly ball, and 2 groundouts. And a swing and a miss. And that's strikeout number 4. And it's 1 away. Batter number 4, left fielder, Evan Margot.
Now batting for your Panthers, the left fielder, Evan Margot.
Whoa, and that one's over the head of Evan Margot for ball 1. Number 9, Brian Diaz, the second baseman, is on deck. It's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 away. And high for ball 3. Almost like the Rivera pitcher starting to try to overthrow maybe a little bit. He looked very smooth last couple innings. And there's the called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to Evan Margot. That ball's fouled off, and the count will go full with 1 away. Like they're out of baseballs. A couple weeks ago, I was at spring training, and number of baseballs was not a problem. I would guess in the game I saw went 9 innings that over 100 baseballs were used. Every foul ball, every time the ball got past anybody, or every time a ball was hit, they replaced it with a new baseball. Full count pitch. And he walks him. The catcher didn't know. I'm not sure Margot knew. But that's the first base runner tonight for the Weslaco Panthers. And Brian Diaz, second baseman, steps in with 1 out, 1 on.
Now batting for your Panthers, the second baseman, Brian Diaz.
On deck, leadoff hitter, number 24, Axel Camarena. So the Panthers have their first base runner. Now they're looking for their first hit. And called strike 1 to Brian Diaz. It's 1 away. And they chase Margot back to first base. Pretty good move there by the Rivera pitcher. And Margot's going. The throw is late. And we have a stolen base by Evan Margot. And with 1 out, runner scoring position for the Panthers. And I believe, is it 1-1 or is it 0-2? I'm not sure here. Maybe we can get the official to... So we're going to assume it's 1-1 until we hear otherwise. He's looking at his indicator himself, and he's saying 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Sometime when action takes place like that, you lose track of the pitch. And that curveball is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two teams working to break that tie that they are currently in. Both teams are 5-1 in district play. And will meet each other again Friday night on the campus of Rivera High School in Brownsville. And the bunt. Outstanding job by Brian Diaz. And we're going to have to call that a single. That moves Margot to third. And with runners on first and third, the batter, the leadoff hitter, Axel Camarena, the Panthers have something going here. Camarena grounded out in the first inning.
Now batting for the Panthers, the shortstop, Axel Camarena.
Did a great job there. Aggressive base running. Timely bunt there by Diaz. And he showed good wheels going down to first. And now you've got the pitcher thinking about everything but the batter. And that ball's high to Camarena. 1 ball, no strikes. Got 1 out. You got runners on first and third. Evan Margot walks, still second. Moves to third on a great infield bunt. And that breaks the ice as far as hits go, too. Up until that point, this young man had a no-hitter. And the swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball hit out in the outfield. Margot tags up. Nice job of hitting there by Axel Camarena. And he sacrifices out to right field. And it's 2 away, but more importantly, the Panthers push one across, and the score now stands 1-0 Weslaco. And with 2 outs, runner at first base, the batter, center fielder Matt Calderon, steps in with a runner at first base and 2 away. On deck, third baseman Raul Camarena. Great bit of hitting there. Sacrifice fly drives in the run. And that ball's hit to straightaway center. It's got a chance. It does fall in. Raul Camarena, Matt Calderon with his single. That moves the runners to first and second base. And the batter will be Raul Camarena. So the infield bunt single by Brian Diaz and the Texas lead single up the middle by Matt Calderon. And the Panthers are looking for a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Fouled off. Camarena struck out in the 1st inning. Coach Cerna wants to visit with him. On deck for the Panthers, number 10, Luis Longoria, the catcher. Raul Camarena steps in with a 1-strike count on him. And that's way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball's hit hard off the base. First baseman may be hurt. A 2nd run scores off this single off the bat of Raul Camarena. That scores Brian Diaz from 2nd base. That chases Matt Calderon to 3rd. So with 2 outs, runners on 1st and 3rd. 2 runs have crossed the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the batter, the catcher, number 10,
Now batting for your Panthers,
Luis Longoria.
catcher, Luis Longoria.
So that ice breaking that the Panthers were looking for took place due to a walk and a great bunt by Brian Diaz, and things started rolling. 3 hits in this inning. Sacrifice fly by Axel Camarena. So the Camarena boys each have an RBI. And that ball's off. And Raul Camarena moves to second base, so the force outs are off. And it's 1 ball to Luis Longoria. On deck, Rico Avila. And that ball's hit. There's a bouncer. Third baseman makes the throw and got him. So after 3 complete innings of play, the Panther bats wake up and they get 2 runs. So the score, Weslaco 2, Rivera 0. The top of the 4th will follow right here on K-West. Following a long bottom of the 3rd inning for pitcher Danny Alviar, number 88, he will step into bat here in the top of the 4th inning, and he will face Jonathan Castillo. Alviar flew out to center field in his first at-bat on a great play out there by Matt Calderon. Score stands 2-0 Weslaco. You're watching K-West. Coach John Boswell and Vinny Berry bring you all the action here from Weslaco High School. And that ball's fouled straight back on the first pitch on the top of the 4th inning. Game is scheduled to go 7. Over the softball field, looks like the Lady Panthers are up 5-0 on Brownsville Hannah. And that ball's fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. And that is going to be a hit out in the right center field. And Alvier is going to get second base. And a double by the pitcher, Danny Alvier. And looks like number 1 is coming in to run. That would be Adrian Cisneros for Rivera. And with no outs here in the top of the 4th, first baseman Jose Hernandez will step up. Runner at second, no outs.
Batting for the Raiders, Jose Hernandez.
I'm sure Rivera is thinking about answering those 2 runs. Pitcher did a good job of helping himself. And he shows bunt. It attempts the bunt, executes the bunt. Longoria with a nice job picking that up. It's 1 away, but the runner goes to third. And number 9, center fielder Raul Gonzalez will step up with 1 out, runner at third.
Batting for the Raiders, Raul Gonzalez.
Center fielder Gonzalez got on base on an error in the first at bat, and he fouls that one away. So they're telling me softball has jumped up to 9-0. So they'll be in danger of the run rule over there. Baseball is currently 2-0 here. Runner at third, 1 out. in the top of the fourth inning. That ball's fouled away. Strike 2 to Raul Gonzalez. Past weekend was the Texas Relay Track and Field meet. I understand there were some Valley athletes up there. I believe the pole vaulter from Ed Couch Elsa may have set a new record up there. 12'6" 3/4", Bianca Cardenas. New Rio Grande Valley pole vault record. And that ball's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Rio Grande Valley was well represented in the meet of Texas Relay Track and Field meet. And again, many districts will be moving on to the district track and field meet this week. Regionals will follow. Probably are some high schools in our area starting to think about spring practice for football. That usually takes place at some point after track is over. And that's outside. Did not get by Longoria. Nice job, but that'll make the count full to Raul Gonzalez. Usually it's about the time of year for district tennis and district golf also. I'd like to wish best of luck to all the WISD athletes participating in those sports also. Full count pitch, 1 away. And he walked him. Runners on first and third, 1 away. The only nice thing about this is the double play is now an option with a runner at first. Stepping in, left fielder number 25, Raul Gonzalez.
Batting for the Raiders, Raul Gonzalez.
Gonzalez popped out to second base in his first at bat. 1 away. Rivera trying to answer the 2-run third inning of the Panthers. And that first pitch is a ball to Rosales. And works him back to first base. Nice move there by Castillo. The tag applied by number 23, Seth Sanchez, over there at first base. Keep that runner close. And he takes him back again. Sanchez did a nice job on that second one there, making sure that ball did not get by. It was very low, and the runner was right into him. Doing a job of trying to make sure he stays over there at first base. And that ball's outside. 2-0. Little bits of discussion taking place on the defensive side of the Panthers. Wind blowing almost straight away out of the south. Nice pitch, fouled back by Gonzalez. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 away. On deck, the catcher, number 4, Ricky Ibarra. And safe again at first. What a move, what a connection they have over there. Keeping that runner close. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 away. We're in the top of the 4th inning from Panther Field on the campus of Weslaco High School. And a swing. And a miss, 2-2. Could answer your whole problem here and just strike this guy out. Chases him back again. Gonzalez, 2-2. Faces number 12, Jonathan Castillo. And he fouls that one back, still 2-2. Castillo steps off. Start the whole thing over again here. Yes. And he bobbles the ball, and it's a stolen base. So now the runners are at 2nd and 3rd. Nice job of base running. Really caught him off, but the young man, Gonzalez, had peace of mind and took off to 2nd. And the count's still 2-2, but now the runners are on 2nd and 3rd. Weslaco trying to battle their way out of this dilemma. Coach Cerno wants to talk about it. While he's talking about it, let's take a quick break here on K-West. And here we are back at the top of the 4th inning. Rivera led off the inning. Their pitcher hits a double in the right center field. Pinch runner for him is now at 3rd base. And a swing and a miss. Nice bit of pitching there by Weslaco. And it's strike 3. It's 2 away. The batter, the catcher, number 4, Ricky Ibarra, steps up. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2 away.
Now batting for the Raiders, Ricky Ibarra.
And that ball hit hard over the head of the left fielder. That'll score 2. And the pitcher has a double, and now the catcher has a double. A 2 RBI double off the bat of Ricky Ibarra evens the score up to 2-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. And let's see who they send in to run for Ibarra. Number 13 would be Jesus Ibarra. I wonder if they're related. Their names are spelled with an I, both of them. That would be kind of fun to run for your brother. And the batter will be the 9-hole hitter, right fielder number 99, Alan Eguia. And that ball popped up to the infield. Third baseman gets under it. And following 2 doubles, Brownsville Rivera gets back in this ball game and ties it up 2-2. The Panthers will try to answer in the bottom of the 4th inning when we return on K-West. We're all tied up. It's 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stepping in to bat for the Panthers, right fielder, number 5, Rico Avila. Rico popped out to the first baseman, his first at bat. It's all tied up 2-2 behind the double of the pitcher and the catcher from Brownsville Rivera. And the first pitch to Rico Avila is ball 1. And that ball's hit hard through the infield for a single by Rico Avila, leadoff single here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Designated hitter Jacob Cavazos will step in.
Batting for your Panthers, the designated hitter, Jacob Cavazos.
Jacob struck out in his first at bat. So Avila down at first. Cavazos at the plate. And that ball hit hard. Foul. Jacob had a shoulder injury during football season. Doesn't seem to show any ill effects of that. I believe it was his left shoulder. Swinging the bat well. Pitching well when he on the mound. And the pitcher chases Rico Avila back to first base. See double digits over there on the softball field. The rule in softball, if you're ahead by 15 after 3, I believe. That ball, center fielder does a nice job out there getting under that. And it's one away. Rico Avila has to chase himself back to first. Number 23, first baseman Seth Sanchez steps in. Seth struck out his first at bat.
Now batting for your Panthers, the first baseman, Seth Sanchez.
Like the Panthers may be doing a better job of crowding the plate here. And that ball gets past the first baseman. Rico Avila will be standing on third. The throw from the first baseman, and most first basemen do not throw great. Good bit of base running by Rico Avila. Good job of coaching by the base coaches. And Avila standing at third with one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Seth Sanchez at the plate with no count. See what Coach Eddie comes up with in this situation. I don't know if you take a guy like Seth Sanchez and put the bunt on or not. I would prefer he hit a fly ball and sacrificed. And that one's in the dirt, and the catcher doesn't know where it is. And it's one ball. Nice pitch there. One ball, one strike. The pitcher out of the air has a sneaky little curveball. And he steps out. Rico Avila, base hit and some great base running, standing at third base. And that one may have hit him in the head. And I think the umpire's doing two things, making sure he's okay physically and that he's not going to attack the pitcher. I've not really seen that happen that way before. But the umpire chases him down to first. So now you have a runner on first and third, one away. And your batter, number 4, left fielder Evan Margot. Margot walked and his first at bat and scored a run. Looks like the coaches may be talking about a pinch runner. Can't figure what else they would be doing there. Get somebody in there to run for Seth Sanchez. Let's see who it might be. I know you have Jaden and Jacob Cavazos both in there that, well, Jacob can't run. He's the DH, but Jaden could. Here comes somebody out of the dugout. Let's see if we catch a number here. Jaden Pettis, number 32. In to run. Evan Margot at the plate. Brian Diaz on deck. So you have a runner at first and third, one away. This part of the lineup, last inning, scores 2 runs. Now, most teams say your productive part of the lineup is usually 1 through 5. Actually, number 8 and 9 have been on base and scored the 2 runs. So Evan Margot steps in. A fly ball to the outfield, a base hit will score 1. Let's see if they're thinking about sending the runner here. And the game is being played, and he's safe at first. The world's oldest move almost worked. Fake the third, throw to first. Catch you falling asleep because you don't think they're coming to your base. There it is again, but he doesn't make the throw. The base runner seemed to cause a mental confusion for the pitcher. Last inning with their base runners, he started giving up hits. And Margot fouls that one over towards the Rivera dugout. And there is 1 strike on Evan Margot. And he steps out. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away, 2 runners on. And he's going to get him this time. Nice job by him. And that brought home a run no matter what else happens. That's as good. And he's safe at first. Some base running over there by number 32. Rico Avila scores from third. And, you know, I can hear baseball coaches in my head take care of the lead runner. So there's still 1 strike on Evan Margot, but now there's only a runner on first. 1 run is crossed, and Margot shows bunt and pulls it back. The ball gets away from the catcher. Base runner actually falls down, gets up, and he's still safe. Oh, my goodness. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner's now at second base. The body language for the defense of Brownsville Rivera has changed immensely after that rundown was unsuccessful. The catcher was very nonchalant, and they called that a strike way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Evan Margot. And that's going to be a called strike 3. That one was a good pitch. And that's going to be 2 away. And with 2 outs, a runner at second, the batter, second baseman number 9, Brian Diaz.
Now batting for the Panthers, the second baseman, Brian Diaz.
Diaz singled. You remember that beautiful infield bunt that moved everything along, leading to the first run being scored by the Panthers. He is the 9-hole hitter on deck, Axel Camarena. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 away. Runner at second base. Panthers find a way to get a run across. But they still have 1 out there in scoring position. That cushion would be nice here against a good baseball team like Brownsville Rivera. And that ball's popped back out of play. So I don't know if a lot of those foul balls are getting to places they can't get to, the old pool, Panther Drive. But right now they're having a hard time coming up with baseballs here. Well, back in the day, they would give kids a snow cone or a penny candy or something for returning baseballs. So the motivation for chasing them isn't what it used to be. And if they have ever been to a professional game of any kind, you get to keep the ball. So some of them have a hard time with that. I was at Texas Stadium, and they let me keep the ball. Why do I have to give this one back? I mean, you know, then get a nice hit. And that's going to score a run. Good bit of base running, good bit of hitting by Brian Diaz. And that'll be an RBI single. And a lot of that was made possible out of the fancy footwork of the pinch runner. And it's now 4-2. And number 24, your shortstop, Axel Camarena, steps in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Well, actually 0 for 1. Flew out to right field, sacrificed, and drove in a run. So that is a sacrifice, and he grounded out in the first. So he's 0 for 1 tonight with an RBI. And once again, the Panthers find a way to push across a couple of runs. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. To the leadoff hitter, Axel Camarena. On deck, Matt Calderon. Calderon singled in his last at bat. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming to you on K-West from Weslaco High School. High and outside. And it's 3-0. And that'll be a called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Have a runner down at first. Brian Diaz is 2 for 2 with a run scored so far tonight. And that ball's hit hard into the center field. And he gets back under it, the center fielder, Raul Gonzalez. And that's 3 away for the Panthers. But they're able to score 2. So after 4 complete innings of play, Weslaco 4, Rivera 2. We'll be back for inning number 5 right here on K-West.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And stepping into bat here in the top of the 5th inning for Brownsville Rivera, the Raiders, leadoff hitter number 7, Mike Gomez.
Leading off for the Raiders, Mike Gomez.
Gomez walked and was hit by a pitch, so he has no official at bats tonight. He was caught stealing in the first inning. And the first pitch from Jonathan Castillo is a little high for ball 1. And that's popped up towards second base. Gets under it. Nice job by right field. Rico Avila coming in to back up the second baseman, Brian Diaz, who's done a great job at the plate tonight. And it's 1 away. And the batter, number 17, third baseman, Diego Gonzalez.
Now batting for the Raiders, Diego Gonzalez.
And he showed bunt. Pitch gets away from the catcher. And a 1-ball count. On deck for Rivera, number 21, Omar Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 2 tonight. And called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Jonathan Castillo is cooking along here. Got a 2-run lead. In the top of the 5th inning, game scheduled to go 7. Ball high, 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Panthers may get to the point where they're counting outs. They're 9 outs from a win right now. And with this new Tuesday, Friday series schedule, having a pitcher go deep into the game is really a benefit. 3-1. And he walks him. So with a runner at first, Omar Rodriguez steps up.
Now batting for the Raiders, Omar Rodriguez.
Nice pitch. The umpire didn't like it, though. So 1 ball, no strike. I've done a lot of games this year, and, you know, they like to call the umpires blue. This is the first game I've done, I believe, where the umpires are actually wearing blue. Swing and fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a good pitch, fouled away over by the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at first. On deck, the pitcher, number 88, Danny Alvear. And that ball fouled out into play. Nice effort by Rico Avila, but it's going to be foul. And the count's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. First baseman, right fielder, great effort there. Like softball must be done. I see softball players all over the yard now. 15-0. They're telling me 15-0, so it was a run rule. And that ball popped really high. Shortstop gets underneath it and makes the play. And it's 2 away. Yeah, I just saw Gabby Rivera and Audrey Escamilla. Also, Abby Luna. I saw those young ladies here supporting the baseball team. Not so sure some of those young ladies couldn't step out here and hold their own on the baseball field. Their game went to an early end against Brownsville Hannah. And the first pitch called strike. The batter flew to center and had a double to right center, and his position, even though he was run for because this is the pitcher, scored the first run of the ball game for Rivera. And a swing and a miss at the curveball outside. No ball, 2 strikes. So the Lady Panthers are trying to work their way up the ladder. They are right now solidly in playoff contention, but they are looking to move up as they go through their second go-around here. And that's outside to throw. And they get him by a mile. Again, great throw. And it's 3 away. So after 4.5 innings, Panthers still lead 4-2. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. And the Panthers will send to the plate Matt Calderon, Raul Camarena, and Luis Longoria in just a moment. So the bottom of the 5th inning, Panthers up 4-2. Stepping in to bat, as you heard, number 11, center fielder Matt Calderon steps in. Has a single and grounded out so far tonight. Panthers trying to pad their lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And a game scheduled to go 7. And that ball's going to be high. Ball 1. See a young lady in the crowd with a shirt that says Class of 94. That's got to be Mama's shirt because she is way too young to be Class of 94. Class of 94. That's 24 years ago. Those people would be about 42 years old. She looks maybe 16. So I'm going to say it's Mom's last time they had a reunion shirt. And that pitch is also a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. To Matt Calderon. And a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. And in the dirt. Whoa! He called that a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one shocked me a little bit. On deck, number 8, third baseman Raul Camarena. And that's a swing and a miss and a strikeout here in the bottom of the 5th. Camarena steps in. He is 1 for 2, strikeout and a single.
Now batting for your Panthers, third baseman, Raul Camarena.
On deck, the catcher, number 10, Luis Longoria, has done a great job behind the plate tonight. Throwing out a couple, going to second. And here's the first pitch to Camarena. And that one gets by the catcher for ball 1. Seemed to be a miscommunication there. The catcher thought the ball was going one place. The pitcher thought he was supposed to throw it in another. And that one's outside 2 balls, no strikes. And that's a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike to Raul Camarena. And that ball's hit foul. 2-2. Temperatures dropped to 81 degrees. The wind is now out of the southeast at 3 miles an hour. And we'll start seeing the temperature drop tonight. Chance of rain coming after midnight. And the curveball in there for strike 3. And 2 strikeouts by out of the air so far in this inning. And with 2 outs, the batter, the catcher, Luis Longoria.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 10, Luis Longoria.
Once again, Longoria has struck out and grounded out. 0 for 2, but what a job he's done behind the plate tonight for the Panthers. And that ball's fouled back for strike 1. Again, this game's scheduled to go 7. When Rivera comes to bat, it will be the top of the 6th, and the Panthers will be down to 6 outs if they can hold on to this lead. Baseballs have been made available for the umpire here, following the number of foul balls we've had tonight. And that's fouled back. Not sure where we'll be Friday night as far as baseball and softball action, but I do know the Weslaco Harlingen South and the Weslaco San Benito softball games are coming up on K-West. We will be there when those 2 games take place. Way inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, the fans in the dugout from Brownsville felt like that was a strike. And somebody must be talking over there that the umpire's not happy about. I know they do their best not to hear. I know they do their best not to toss somebody. So the umpire took the time to go speak to him about whatever's going on needs to stop. And 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. High and outside, 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That's 3 strikeouts recorded by Rivera in the bottom of the 5th inning. But the Panthers hold on to their lead and still are up 4-2. 6th inning will come to you here on K-West in just a minute. And stepping into bat as he was at the plate at the end of last inning when the runner was caught stealing, the pitcher, number 88, Danny Alvear, doing a nice job on the mound for Brownsville Rivera. 7 or 8 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts recorded as a pitcher. As a batter, he has a double and a flyout, and the first pitch is ball 1. And ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And called strike. Jonathan Castillo still on the hill for the Panthers. Behind the plate, Luis Longoria. And that ball is fouled down the right field side. And it's 2-2. So no outs here, top of the 6th. Guys in the press box say go high and inside here on this next pitch. Let's see how smart they are. Not very. Full count. That was low and outside, not high and inside. Somebody got the signals crossed. Full count. Leadoff hitter, the pitcher. Once again, kind of a fire plug looking young man, wearing number 88 tonight. And that ball hit hard in the center field. Calderon back and underneath it, and for the second time tonight, catches the ball hit from number 88, and it's 1 away. The batter, the first baseman, number 3, Jose Hernandez, will step in next.
Batting for the Raiders, Jose Hernandez.
Hernandez flew out and grounded out. And that one's fouled away over the third base side. Strike 1. Vinny Berry on the camera. Coach John Boswell on the call. Coming to you on K-West tonight from Weslaco High School. District 32 6A baseball. Trying to break the tie for second place here tonight. These teams will play Friday night in Brownsville. No, nice pitch outside, the umpire says. 1 ball, 1 strike. I must be sitting at an angle tonight because I'm missing calls right and left. And that ball hit hard on the right field. Will it get over his head? It does. That's going to be at least a double. Here comes the ball back in, and it's a stand-up double for Jose Hernandez. Nice bit of hitting there. And with 1 out, the batter will be center fielder number 9, Raul Gonzalez. Gonzalez reached on an error and walked so far. So he's 0 for 1 tonight. Scored a run.
Now batting for the Raiders, Raul Gonzalez.
Raul Gonzalez is on deck. Gonzalez is 0 for 2 tonight. Jonathan Castillo still going at it here in the 6th inning. And that ball's fouled back. Strike one. Weather looks pretty good. If you saw the baseball stadium at Yankee Stadium today with snow, you know how lucky we are in this climate. Thinking Giancarlo Stanton may be missing Miami a little bit at this moment, but he'll get over it when his paycheck comes in. You can get real warm for the amount of money that the Yankees are paying him. You can turn the heat up and afford to pay for it. Or go buy the warmest coat there is. I'm wondering, though, why they don't dome some of those cold weather stadiums. Chase the runner back to second. There's got to be times in the spring and in the fall where it's unplayable. It's going to force you into some double headers, and you're looking at pitching rotations early in the year, and somebody thought they were starting today is not. And do you throw him tomorrow, or you skip over him in the rotation? There's a lot of thought process that goes on to that whole thing at that level. And that ball's hit in the hole over on the left side. You're going to have a single by Gonzalez. The runner goes to third. One away, runners on first and third. And number 25, actually it looks like number 23 is going to pinch hit. That's Johnny Bailly stepping in to hit for Rosales. The left fielder, Raul Gonzalez, is not batting, so they're bringing somebody off the bench here. Number 23, Bailly. And a swing and a miss by Bailly. Sometimes you bring somebody in a situation like this that you know can bunt. Move everybody along, maybe with a chance of pushing a run home. But the third base runner is not getting down the base path very far here. And second curveball is in for strike two to Johnny Bailly. On deck should be the catcher number 4, Ricky Ibarra. He had a big double in his last at bat, knocked in a run. And that pitch is away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away. Top of the 6th inning here at Weslaco High School. And a nice pitch and a strikeout. And with 2 outs, the catcher will step in. I'd like to take a moment to thank Superintendent of School, Dr. Priscilla Canales, the school board, and everyone that makes K-West possible for allowing us to bring this action to you here. 32 6A baseball. So Ricky Ibarra steps in again. He had a big double his last time up. It's 2 away. We have runners on first and third. So Jonathan Castillo trying to work his way out of a little bit of a dilemma here. And the first pitch is a curveball for strike one. Castillo struck out 3 tonight. His fielders have done a good job behind him. And that one just dropped out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last time he was up, he hit the ball over the left fielder's head. Left fielder back pretty deep right now. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the runner takes second. Runner's now in second and third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Jonathan Castillo trying to work his way out of this jam. 1 pitch away. Ball slap foul over there towards first base. Count remains 2-2. Two-two pitch. And that ball's hit out into left field. And that'll drive in 2. And that'll be the second double tonight. And a very similar position as the last one to Ricky Ibarra. And the score will now be all tied up. It's 4-4. You're 1 pitch from being out of trouble. And before you know it, it's all tied up. So with the score tied 4-4, here in the top of the 6th inning, number 13 will step up, Jesus Ibarra, and he will bat for number 99, Alan Eguia.
Batting for the Raiders, Jesus Ibarra.
I know there's a runner out there in second base running for the catcher, but I can't pick up a number here. And Ibarra swings and miss for strike 1. Looked like the Panthers had worked their way out of trouble there. And the second RBI double for Ricky Ibarra. He now has 3 RBIs. And that one's a ball. On deck should be the leadoff hitter, number 7, Mike Gomez. Yes, it is. And the Raiders have mounted a little bit of a 2-out rally. And that one's low for ball 2. And chases him back to second, Jonathan Castillo. Number 9, Raul Gonzalez has scored 2 of the Rivera runs. He's batting 6th for Brownsville Rivera tonight. Reached base on a walk and a single that led to those 2 runs. Ball poked foul by number 13, Jesus Ibarra. And the count's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner at second. Pinch hitter number 13, Jesus Ibarra. Rivera going to their bench here and has gained something from it, even though number 23 struck out. And the count is full. Not a huge deal with first base open, but you don't want to give a good team another out. Leadoff hitter has only been on base twice on a walk and hit by pitch. He flew out the second baseman. And that'll be a walk. And now there's a runner at first and second. And the leadoff hitter walks his way up. Longoria decides to go out and have a few words with Castillo. I don't know if he's buying time for someone to warm up. But Mike Gomez, the shortstop, steps up with a tie score and 2 runners on. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Every time the Panthers try to pop out a lead, there's an answer from Rivera. We knew they were a good ball team. Both are 5-1, and that's high and inside. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And that ball's popped up, but it's going to be out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, the umpire patting the little pouches he's wearing that they're empty, guys. And Los Fresnos lost 7-3. So the winner of this ball game will be tied for first with a 6-1 record. Who did they lose to? To Brownsville Hannah, who we've seen, and they're a good ball club too. 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe Weslaco's only loss is to Hannah. So now Hannah has beaten Weslaco and beaten Los Fresnos. I'm not sure who Rivera lost to. San Benito. So there's some good baseball teams. Coach Eddie Serna wants to talk to Jonathan Castillo. Let's take a quick break right here on K-West. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to leadoff hitter Mike Gomez. And 3 balls, 1 strike. And he walks another one. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. And the batter, third baseman number 17, Diego Gonzalez, flew out to right, singled to center, and grounded out. This will be the 8th batter of the inning. And here comes Coach Eddie again. I think he's going to make a change this time. Let's see. Nobody has come in yet. People are moving around the field a little bit. He takes the ball away, and a pitching change has been made. Looks like it's going to be number 2, I believe, Jacob Cavazos will step into pitch when we come back here in the top of the 6th inning on K-West. Action's about to crank back up here. Score tied 4-4, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Jonathan Castillo leaves the game, and Jacob Cavazos comes in. That ball's hit foul down the right side. A great effort out there. And the pitch is a strike. So number 2, Jacob Cavazos, was in the game as the designated hitter. And the second pitch, a ball, 1 strike. Hannah trying to take the lead for the first time tonight with 2 outs. Batter steps out. Once again, the umpire has to address the Rivera dugout. Not sure again what's going on over there. That ball's hitting hard towards first base, and they call him safe. And that scores 2. So the ball hit over there. I guess we have to call that a single. And 2-run score. And with 2 outs, Rivera opens up the first lead of the ball game for them. And it's 6-4. And the 9th batter of the inning steps in, number 21, Omar Rodriguez, struck out, grounded out, and flew out. And he's in facing Jacob Cavazos, and that's strike 1. A big 6th inning here for Brownsville Rivera. And low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Batter again, Omar Rodriguez, number 21. Diego Gonzalez down at first base. Great hustle play to make it safe to first. And that ball gets away, and the runners move up. And now there's that third and second. And I believe the count is 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Runners at second and third. Weslaco looking to put out the fire here. Following the 4-run sixth inning. And that's going to be a walk. And that'll load the bases and bring to the plate the man who started the inning, the pitcher, number 88, Danny Alviar. He flew to center. He has a double and flew to center. So what a sixth inning here for Rivera. When the Panthers come to bat in the bottom of the sixth, Rico Avila, Jacob Cavazos, and Seth Sanchez will be scheduled to appear. And here we go, the 2 outs, bases loaded pitch, inside, gets away from the catcher and scores another one. And the score goes to 7-4. All the batters move up one base. First base is now open. Runners on second and third. 1 ball is the count to the pitcher. And that's high for ball 2. And that's high for ball 3. 3 balls is the count to the Rivera pitcher on deck. Number 3, Jose Hernandez, who has a double already in this inning, has scored a run. Panthers looking to stop the bleeding here in the top of the 6th inning. And that one gets away from the catcher. And bases are loaded as the pitcher walks. See if somebody comes in and runs for him. And the batter, number 3, first baseman Jose Hernandez. Fly out, ground out, and a double. On deck, number 9, Raul Gonzalez. The 11th batter this inning for Rivera. Five runs, 3 runners on base, 2 outs. That makes 10. And that pitch is low, ball 1. They did not substitute for the pitcher. He's still down there running at first base. Getting huge leads. And that ball's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Been quite a 2-out rally. Luis Longoria goes out, tries to settle Jacob down here a little bit. Since the 2 outs was made, 3 runs have scored for Brownsville Rivera. And here comes Coach Eddie Cerna out with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, Weslaco wants to talk about it. Let's take a quick word here from K-West. Okay, let's try to catch you up on the changes. Coming in for Weslaco to pitch, number 18, Marco Leal. Moving to left field, looks like number 6, Louie Gonzalez. 2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Jose Hernandez. And the first pitch from Leal is ball 3. Bases are loaded. Here's 2 outs. And strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. And that ball's fouled away over by the Panther dugout. And we'll have a full count here. So Evan Margot leaves the game. Luis Gonzalez goes into left field. Jacob Cavazos leaves the game. I don't know if he'll still be the designated hitter or not. And that ball's in the dirt. And that'll score another run. And it's a walk. Everybody moves up 1 base. And the 6th run of the inning scored for Brownsville Rivera. And with 2 outs, the batter number 9, center fielder Raul Gonzalez. He walked and scored. He singled and scored. And he reached on an error. So he's 1 for 2 tonight. Scored twice. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And that one gets by the catcher. That'll score another. And the 7th run of the inning comes across on the wild pitch. To Gonzalez. The runners move up, so first base is now open. Second and third base have runners. Counts 1-0, 2 away. And that's low for ball 2. Wesco is riding down the road really well here. And all of a sudden, after 2 outs, the wheels fell off the bus. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice thing is, we're the home team. So there are 2 more at-bats at least. But the Panthers are going to have to do some heavy hitting here. And that's going to be popped up. Right field underneath it. And it's finally over. So after 7 runs in the top of the 6th inning, Brownsville Rivera takes a 9-4 lead. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th, right here on K-West. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning following a disastrous top of the 6th. Wesco will send to the plate right fielder number 5, Rico Avila, will lead off. He will face Danny Alviar, still pitching for Brownsville Rivera, number 88. And he now has a 9-4 lead. Panthers need to get the bats out here and get moving. And it'll all be good if Rico fouls that one off for strike 1. Rico flew out and has a single, scored a run tonight. And that ball's hit hard out towards right field. He gets back under it, and it's one away. And let's see who's coming to bat here. That's number 6. I believe that's the new left fielder.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 6, Louie Gonzalez.
And that's Louie Gonzales, number 6, who's currently playing left field. He steps in for the first time tonight with one away. And the first pitch called strike 1. And that ball hit a bloop. And he got him, the shortstop, with a great play there. And it's 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping into bat, number 23 first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Sanchez was hit by a pitch and struck out, scored 1 run.
Batting for the Panthers, the first baseman, Seth Sanchez.
So with 2 outs, Sanchez swings and misses for strike 1. And call strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here to Seth Sanchez. The bottom of the 6th inning. Sanchez steps out, steps back in. On deck for Weslaco. Can't really see the number. Looks like maybe fouled back. Number 18. I believe that's who that is. And number 18 would be Marco Leal, who will step into bat. And the catcher thought he was an umpire there for a minute. Thought that was strike 3. He rolled the ball out, took off running, high-fiving people, and ball 1. A couple times that has happened tonight to him. Many times the umpires kind of take that personally. I think the word they use is showing them up. And that one's outside. So it'll be 2-2. Seth Sanchez. See if the Panthers can start a 2-out rally here. And that ball fouled away. Still 2-2. You're watching K-West, Coach John Boswell and Vinny Berry here at Weslaco High School. Brownsville Rivera Raiders, Weslaco Panthers. These two teams again will match up on Friday. Ball inside, full count. And here's the full count pitch to Cesc Sanchez. Fouled away. Count remains full. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So after 6 complete innings, Rivera with a 9-4 lead over Weslaco. The 7th inning will be on when we come back.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Still on the mound for the Panthers here in the top of the 7th inning. Marco Leal, he will face number 25. No, it's not. They made that substitution earlier. Number 23, that is Johnny Bailly. He struck out his first time up. So Bailly steps in. His team has a 5-run lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Inside, ball 1. And that one's high. Ball 2. And ball 3 over the head there. 3 balls, no strikes. On deck, the catcher, number 4, Ricky Ibarra, has doubled his last 2 times up. And he walked him. So here in the top of the 7th, runner at first, the batter, the catcher, Ibarra, grounded out, has 2 doubles. He is 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. And here we are in the top of the 7th inning. 9-4. So no outs, runner at first. Rivera looking to extend their lead. And ball 1. And that one's called a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The Panthers and the umpire are having a rough time getting on the same page here, balls and strike-wise. And that one's in the dirt. And he got him. Nice throw by Luis Longoria. Catches the runner off the base. And it's one away. That's something big right there that needed to happen for the Panthers, but there's 3 balls and no strikes. And when he's catching, he misjudges the balls and strikes. And now as a batter, he felt like he had walked and has to come back. 3 balls, 1 strike. And now he gets by the catcher, and he does walk him. Second walk issued this inning. The great throwing play by Longoria ends that. Number 10 comes into base run. Ray Rivera for Rivera. And the batter is that 99 back in the ball game. Looks like it is. Alan Eguia will step in to bat with 1 out, runner at first, here in the top of the 7th inning. And here comes Coach Eddie out. It's like he's sending Jaden Cavazos to the outfield. Does that mean Matt Calderon may be coming on to pitch? While those changes are being made, we'll take a quick break right here on K-West. Okay, let's catch you up on the changes the Panthers made here in the top of the 7th inning. Matt Calderon steps in to pitch. Number 11, going into center field, is Jaden Cavazos. And leaving the game, Marco Leal. So with 1 out and 1 on, and the first pitch to Aguirre is a ball. And that's going to be hit over to Sanchez, and he makes a nice play over there. So that's 2 away. And the batter, your leadoff hitter, number 7, Mike Gomez, steps in. Gomez walked and scored in his last at bat, flew out to second, was hit by a pitch, and walked tonight. And nice pitch by Calderon, strike 1. When the Panthers come to bat here at the bottom of the 7th, I'm not sure who they'll send up. Evan Margot is listed as the first batter. That ball gets away from the catcher. Runner rounding second. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Our man Luis Longoria behind the plate has done an outstanding job, but there's been some balls out of the zone that he's had to go after. And that's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away. Runner out there at second base. Rivera with a 9-4 lead here in the top of the 7th. And that ball's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's away from the catcher. The runner will go to third. Longoria runs it down. And I believe the count will go full with 2 outs and runner at third. Matt Calderon in relief, facing Mike Gomez. On deck, number 17, Diego Gonzalez. And he walked him. And runners at first and third, 2 outs. Rivera's done a lot of damage tonight with 2 outs. Gonzalez steps in. He flew out to right. He singled. He walked and singled again. Scored 1 run tonight. He was the young man who reached base with a hustle play to first base last time up. The runner goes to second. The throw is late. And the run, he gets him at home. Nice job by the throws. And it's 3 away. So Rivera does not score a run in the top of the 7th. The Panthers will come to bat and will look to extend this ball game in the bottom of 7th when we return on K-West. Still on the mound for Brownsville Rivera, number 88, Danny Alvear. The pitcher, he's gone start to finish so far tonight. He has a 5-run lead, and stepping into bat, number 3, Jaden Cavazos, in the ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Weslaco looking for any spark here, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. Jaden is batting in place of number 4, Evan Margot. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. This would be a big feather in the cap of Brownsville Rivera, as they would step into a tie for first place. They can complete this win. As we know, Los Fresnos suffered a loss tonight. That would take their record to 6-1. Rivera holds on to wins here. They'll also be 6-1. Weslaco will move to 5-2. 2 teams will meet each other Friday night in Brownsville. And that ball's fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Brian Diaz. And that's in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. I know Jaden Cavazos runs well. You can get him on base and may be able to get things happening. And that one's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Cavazos may round it. And that catcher does not have a great arm, guys. May want to keep that in consideration here as this game moves on. But Jaden Cavazos does his part. Leadoff hitter is on base. You know the pitcher's got to be a little bit weary. All of his infielders are now giving him a hug and patting him on the back. Second baseman Brian Diaz steps in. Diaz has 2 singles, scored a run tonight. So he's 2 for 2. Batting out of the 9-hole. Cavazos down at first base. Runs well. Catcher does not show much of an arm. And that's going to be high for ball one. Trying to look over to see if Rivera's got anybody warming up. Thought they might have somebody tossing, but with a 5-run lead, maybe they just figure the odds say you're not going to make it to 5. And another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Want to be aggressive on the base paths, but you don't want to do anything silly. Get picked off down there. Two-ball pitch. Got a huge lead. And it's ball number 3. Walked the first one. The second one has 3 balls. And outside, walks another one. So walks the first 2, and here comes the Rivera coach. He wants to talk about it. And as they talk about it, we'll take another quick break right here on WISD's own K-West. After throwing 106 pitches tonight, number 88, Danny Olivier, moves to third base. Third baseman, number 17, Diego Gonzalez, comes in to pitch. No outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stepping in to bat for Weslaco, number 24, shortstop, Axel Camarena.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 24, Axel Camarena.
On deck, the current pitcher, number 11, Matt Calderon. So 2 on, no outs. Weslaco trails by 5. And the first pitch is a ball from Diego Gonzalez. Again, the pitcher moves over to third, just a straight trade. I said I didn't see anybody warming up. The reason is he was playing third base. And that ball's outside. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 on, nobody out. And the first strike from the new pitcher, Diego Gonzalez. 2 balls, 1 strike. Camarena grounded out. Sacrifice fly to right field, flew to center. So he's 0 for 2. And called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looked like a curveball that was trying to break, stayed inside. Umpire said, okay, it's a strike. It's now 2-2. And that ball chopped to the infield. High bounce. Shortstop makes a big throw and gets him at first. 1 away. The runners move up a base. So with 1 out, runners at second and third. The batter's number 11, Matt Calderon. Panthers look to push across the run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. With 1 out, the task just got a little bit rougher here for the Panthers, but not impossible. And that ball's inside. 1 ball. Ball hit to center. Going to fall in. 1 run's going to score. Runner second had to stay. And Matt Calderon has a Texas League single, an RBI. And the rally is still alive. 1 run scores. And the batter, number 8. Third baseman Raul Gonzalez steps in. 1 away, runners on first and second. Left-handed batter steps up. He struck out twice and has a single tonight. And that pitch is a strike. On deck to catcher number 10, Louie Longoria. And that ball looked outside. Oh, my goodness, it curved in. No balls, 2 strikes. I didn't think that ball had any chance of hitting the zone. I'm not sure it did, but the umpire said it did. So there's 2 strikes. Tried the curve again, high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away. And he called it strike 3. And it's 2 away. Coach Cerna wants to know about that last pitch. And Longoria steps up with 2 out, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Scores 9-5. Rivera's been able to make a couple of 2-run rallies. Let's see if the Panthers can do the same. And that ball's hit hard. And it's caught by the left fielder. Great hit by Longoria is caught. And that'll end it. So the Panthers are able to push across 1 run in the bottom of the 7th. But that's not enough. So on behalf of myself, Coach John Boswell, the cameraman, Vinny Berry, thank you for watching District 32 6A baseball. As tonight, the Brownsville Rivera Raiders beat the Weslaco Panthers by a final score of 9-5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.